Right, you lot, and I know another tier list. I have honestly hit a gold mine with tier lists. Bloody hell. I've milked this so much on this channel, it's unbelievable. Anyway, now today what we're going to be doing is I'm doing a tier list based off one of our good friends, Sam. Well, I'd say good friend. More someone we're forced to deal with day in, day out. But, now if you don't know, last year I did a tier list about Sam, which was all about his lives. He's kind of like the Jay Cartwright of our friend group, where he just claims those ridiculous things, like he's killed Hitler and he's dinosaurs for breakfast. They range, like, everywhere. From stuff like that, the near impossible stuff, to stuff like he got kicked out by his mum over a fight against misogyny, or he got 40,000 followers on TikTok. Like, he claims all this stuff, but in year 11 he went from, well, just being the guy known for lying, and we kind of called him out as being a bottler because he would kind of claim he was going to do these things and vow all these great things he was going to do, and then he would never actually do them. So I think he felt maybe he had to prove he wasn't a bottler or something, so he actually started committing crimes. A lot. And some of these things are genuinely, like, you should have been given prison time for some of these things. I don't know how. So what I'm going to be doing is looking at this on a real world perspective. So if Sam committed the crimes that he did in the school, but he did them out on the streets, what would his punishment be? And how deserved? And, like, the jail time he gets. So I've come up with some tiers. So we've got no coming back. This is like, your career's basically over. If Sam was a Hollywood star, there's really no coming back from that crime. Then we've got call the police. These are things where, like, he's actually done a criminal charge. The police would probably be called if he did this on the street. Very bad, but legal. These are the things where, like, obviously he's done something bad, but you can't technically say that he's broken the law, so it's kind of just in the middle. Just stupid. Sometimes Sam's crimes are just brain dead and not necessarily too bad, but just a bit dumb. Then we got the harmless but annoying, where it's like, it's annoying that he's done it, but his crimes are actually harmless and not a crime at all. Some of these you could argue on legitimacy of them. Okay, so the first crime we've got is kicking a teacher who he turned out to later be in love with. Okay, so there's two crimes going on here. Well, not really, but first of all, it's very strange to be in love with a teacher. I don't get that. Like, I know the female options at our school are limited, right? But to be in love with a teacher was mad. But he kicked her, and his excuse for this was some odds on that he did with me. And then he just went out, and we didn't believe he was actually going to do it, because this was, like, the first big thing he did. So, like, we're like, it's just Sam vowing he's going to do shit again, and then he's not going to do it. Then he actually does. I think if he did this on the street, and he assaulted a woman in her 20s, they'd call the police, because he's committed a crime, he's committed assault. So, I think you got to call the police on him. Alright, the next one is him getting demoted. Now, it's not really a crime, but I wanted to include it to tell the tale. So, Sam got demoted from captain at the school football team to vice captain. At year 10, Lily May took his spot as the captain, and Mr. Bolt decided to announce this for some reason in front of all of us, and we bullied him, we started a rival team, it was a whole thing, right? It's not a crime, is it? Like, Sam's not done anything wrong. Like, there's not, like, he did something and then he got demoted. I don't really know why he was demoted. I think the reason was because he's leaving since they wanted to give the heir to the throne the spot, so there's no point Sam being the captain because he's too old or something. I don't know. But I just think it's a bit embarrassing, to be honest. Okay, the next one is when he was punched by Ryan after not taking accountability or apologising. Okay, so if you don't know the tale, Sam, for some reason, decided to just bully Ryan's girlfriend at the time, and then got punched for it. So, I think, well, Ryan's obviously committed a crime as well, so he'd probably be on there, but this is Sam's crime, and Sam's crime was cyberbullying and refusing to apologise. So, I'd argue that what Sam did wasn't an actual, like, illegal crime, but what he said was very bad, but it was legal, so it's got to be there, I think. Okay, now we've got spreading misogyny onto impressionable young children. So Sam is a big supporter of convicted human trafficker and rapist Andrew Tate. We'll go more into that later. And he decided to spread his views about Andrew Tate onto year 8. Now, first of all, you could do him for paedophilia, for hanging around with you. No, is it a call the police thing? No, but it's very bad, I think, because you're spreading, you're intoxicating young minds. You're literally as bad as Andrew Tate, so I think he's got to be there. Okay, now we've got defending R. Kelly because he was good looking. Probably the singular dumbest thing he's ever said. Now, I know he's probably joking when he said this, but this might take the cake for the worst thing I've ever heard someone say. He said R. Kelly was okay to do with paedophilia, and he defended R. Kelly a few times, saying that when he got married to the 15-year-old, it was okay because they were both consenting. Sam seems to believe that an adult and a minor can get together as long as both parties are happy, which is clearly illegal. So those views not only are illegal, and his defence of R. Kelly was illegal, and also, I feel like if he did this, right, you know how Kanye West defended Hitler? If Sam came out as like, and he was a celebrity, and he defended R. Kelly because he was good looking, and saying what he did was fine, it's just, there's no coming back from that, in my opinion. Okay, now we've got taking his shirt off outside. He was, when we got kicked out after he, threw the Pence case out the window, which we'll get to that one later, he decided to, take his shirt off. Again, it's not illegal, it's just a bit, it's just stupid, isn't it, really? Like, what was he thinking? He was in the cold as well. Okay, now we've got using Jake Paul as an alibi. So, when Sam did 3 crimes in one day. He threw the Pence case out the window, we get to. He spread the misogyny, and he took the shirt off outside. And we questioned him and what his alibi for all this was, and he said it's Jake Paul, it's every day, bro. It's not really, it's just harmless. Like, fair enough, having Jake Paul as an inspiration, I mean, I'd question him as a choice as an inspiration, but there's no crime going on there, really. It's just not annoying. Okay, now we've got, making jokes about dead relatives. So, he was making jokes about, Reese's late nan who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. And the problem with this, right, is that this woman not only was very close to Reese, but it was clearly a very upsetting topic, and Sam was called out for it, and he kept going for at least another 20 seconds. And he didn't apologise, so I think you can't call the police on him on this, because he's not, like, done anything actually illegal, but it's very bad. Okay, your mum jokes to Kev. Yeah, he was making your mum jokes to Kev, found out Kev's mum was dead and continued on. Again, it's not illegal, but it's very bad, and if you said that to someone on the street, you'd probably get beat up, so it's a very bad thing to do. Okay, encouraging misbehaving. Now, you could call the police on this, actually. Because, basically, he was, like, a kid was misbehaving and Sam told him to, like, keep going or something. Like, if you were coercing a kid into doing something and leading them on to do something, that's a crime. Because it's, like, an assisted thing. So, Sam's actually committed a crime there, and we could have called the police on him. Okay, we got the cheating with the star jump game. Okay, this is a bit of a... How have we gone from encouraging, like, misbehaviour and, like, kicking people, assaulting, abusing dead relatives to just cheating with stuff? We did this star jump PE game. We had to, like, put some balls in a hoop. Like, one team were putting balls in a hoop, I think, and the other team had to do star jumps, and whatever team did the most star jumps won or something. And Sam was, counting when you go out and in as 2, and then he said to double his score, so he was blatantly cheating, and... Like, again, like, it's not a crime, but it is annoying that you're cheating in a children's PE game. Like, why are you doing that? Okay, and then he cheated in a race with Lakini by pushing him. Now, you could argue that the push that he pushed Lakini was assault, but I wouldn't go that far, so I'm just going to say it was just a bit stupid to do that, really. Like, you lost fair and square, couldn't take losing, so you... So you just pushed them. Alright, next we got dropping the 5 kg. We were doing like a weights thing. and he was given a 5 kg, and he said it wasn't heavy, and then he dropped it, and it almost fell on Luke, I think. And it's like, that was just stupid, wasn't it? Like, it's the fact he vowed it wasn't heavy, and of course he dropped it. And then he had the audacity to blame Luke for it, somehow. I don't know how, I don't know what logic was there. So, I think, again, he's not really committed a crime, but it's just a bit of a stupid thing to do. Like, he could have injured someone by messing about, so, you know what I mean? The pencil case out the window, is it illegal to... Yes, I think it is call the police, because if you're on the street and you steal a pencil case from someone and you chuck it, that's assault, and it's also stealing, so... But the thing was, this was insane, because we just didn't think he was going to do it, did we? Like, so I wasn't too fussed when he was dangling it, because I never thought he was actually going to drop it. And then when he didn't really show much accountability either, like... One of the more mad things we did this school year, saying the N-word. Again, I feel like there's no coming back from saying the N-word as a white person publicly, so I think if he, especially considering who he said it around, I think there would be no coming back for it if he did this. IRL. Okay, now we've got defending Andrew Tate. It's very bad, but it's legal. Like, he can support whoever he wants. No, I think it is harmless. Like, Andrew Tate obviously isn't harmless, but it's dangerous that the youth of today actually fall for someone like him. But Sam's free to believe and support whoever he wants, but it is annoying that he does. Okay, lying about everything. Again, it's just stupid, because he could lie about... Like, some of his lies could get him in trouble. For example, like, he lied about some of the stuff his mum did, like kicking him out and putting him on the curb. What if a teacher heard this, questioned his mum, and it could have become a serious thing, you know what I mean? So some of his lies could be dangerous, but so far none of them have actually led to genuine question, then, because everyone knows Sam's full of bullshit, so no one actually really takes his lies that seriously. But someone who didn't know that about Sam could, and it could be dangerous, so... Okay, now we've got threatening to beat up Miss Morgan because she told him off. This is just annoying. Like, he didn't actually beat her up, so you can't say you call the police on him. Like, it's a threat. He didn't say it to her either, so it's not emotional assault, mental assault. So, I just think it's a bit dumb. Okay, now we've got sulking despite being on the winning team. Yeah, so Sam... Like, Mr. T had a go at him because, like, he was being too rough and, like, he called a foul and Sam disagreed with the foul. Despite being on the winning team, he's struck for a whole day. So, it's not really a crime, is it? But it's just Sam just being a bit embarrassing, really. Like, I mean, he was being violent in the game, but that's the game, so I don't really think you can call it a crime. Okay, it's December 22nd antics when he went behind Ryan's back and tried flirting with his girlfriend at the time. Like, it was just a bit embarrassing. So I think it's very bad, but it is legal. Like, cheating. Is cheating illegal? I think if we're married, probably not. But I think I don't think there's a law. So, and Sam got embarrassed anyway. So I don't really know. Right, then we got being inappropriate to my sister. Yeah, this again. You could call the police, to be honest, because it's saying things to children. And it's verbal assault. So. Especially if he's out on the street and Sam starts saying this sort of thing to a young girl, like, you could call the police on him, I think. So, okay, the calling my mum a whale, just stupid, really. And, like, I don't know why he's fat shaming other people when, if you've ever looked at him, I mean, I don't want to be rude again, but that's all I'm saying. So, I just think it's a bit hypocritical of Sam, to be honest, to be saying something like that, so I think it's just stupid. Okay, Bottling saying goodbye to Alana. So Alana was on this teacher that he previously kicked, was in love with. The relationship didn't very go anywhere, luckily, so... But then he didn't say goodbye to her. I mean, no friend group, there was no coming back for him for that. But it's not a crime, is it? It's not a crime at all. Like, he had no legal right to say goodbye to it. It's just a bit funny. Okay, then called him a dad clap. Again, just stupid, because Again, no disrespect to Sam, but have you looked at him? Okay, now we've got chasing Luke into the cupboard. Like, it's not, I guess, if you did this on the street, you could probably call the police if a random guy started chasing someone. But then I think, because they know each other, I mean, it obviously wasn't consensual. I think it's very bad, but I think it's legal. Okay, then inappropriately touching Reese and Sam. Obviously, I feel like there's no coming back from sexual assault, really. So, like, Reese was non-consensual. Sam didn't listen to his wishes. Imagine he did that outside. Like, that's one of his worst ones, I think. Then claiming he had a world-class football team, then he lost. Again, it's not really much of a crime. I just wanted to share. After he got demoted, we set up a rival team against Sam's team. We beat Sam's team. Well, my team won the first week. Then he won the second week, but we don't include that. Yeah, it's not really a crime at all, is it? But it's just a bit funny. Okay, claiming the Earth was flat. Harmless but annoying, because clearly didn't believe the Earth was flat. I just chucked it on here because it's a insane thing for Sam to vow. That the Earth could be flat. Well, that there genuinely are flat earthers on the planet, and if Sam was a flat earther, would it surprise anyone? Probably not. Okay, swearing at children. This is just a bit stupid. It's just a bit common sense. Like, I feel like parents always try to swear less around their kids when they're young, don't they? At least mine did. And I think you shouldn't be exposing children to language like that. And I think it's just stupid from Sam, really. Messaging Alana and getting blocked. After Alana left, he tried to reach out to her on Facebook and got blocked by her. So, I think it's not a crime, but it's just a bit embarrassing for Sam, isn't it? Like, I just think that whole love arc there it didn't really go anywhere, did it? Like, it arguably went backwards. Like, I feel like he set himself up for failure when he kicked her to start off. So, yeah. Oh, this is a classic. So, we pulled this stunt for April Fools, right? So, Harvey has this girl, right? Alicia, who he was interested in at the time. I don't think he is now. They never dated, but Harvey pretended, basically catfish Sam, right? And it doesn't sound... We wanted to test Sam, right, to prove his loyalty. And we wanted to see, would Sam go behind Harvey's back and go for the girl that Harvey was interested in? Harvey pretended to be Elisa and pretended to be interested in Sam, asked her out on a date, and Sam accepted all these things, and then he'd come in the call with us, he'd tell us, but he would lie and basically say, oh, no, I haven't spoke to her since yesterday, when he'd literally messaged him there as it goes on. And then we reveal it's a hoax. So arguably we're committing a crime there, catfishing. It's just stupid from Sam, though. I think arguably we could have been arrested for it, so... Okay, chucking Bruh's shoes. He stole Bruh's shoe and chucked it into a forest miles. Now, if you chuck some random person's shoe, I guess you could call the police on him. Bruh could have called the police and pretended he didn't know who Sam was. Okay, finally we got Kick and Live in assembly. No, not in an assembly, sorry. Kick and Live with no accountability, that's it. Yeah, outside he was just kicking her for no reason, really, and then he got told off and he didn't really care too much. So, again, you could probably call the police because it's assault. So, yeah. So, as you can tell, right, Sam's crimes, they do deviate, but he's got 3 crimes where there's no coming back from, and he could have been arrested 6 times this school year. Plus the 3, 9. You could argue 1 or 2 of these. So there's probably at least 10 times Sam could have been arrested in year 11, which is quite mad, to be honest. From the guy who just once lied about going on a Tinder date to actually abusing women. Physically, emotionally, mentally. So it's quite a shame, really, but who knows what he's going to do next. I do fear. I mean, the sooner the blindness hits him, the better, right? Right? That wasn't very nice. Alright, I'll see you lot soon.